It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight.
Let's get a topic straight. Let's get things good. Let's do everything that we should.
It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right.
Let's open our minds and take out our style. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight.
It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's take the
Good evening, everybody. What is going on out there? This is your boy Tig of TT Records, of course, bringing you another lovely episode of Project Open Mic. I hope you guys are doing well. Thursday, you know what time it is. Let's bring that up, that lovely mug on the face, on the screen, I should say. Sorry. Hi, how you doing? What's going on, guys? Again, it's another lovely day. Project Open Mic, your boy Tig, as I said before, and we're gonna do another show. It's Thursday, so you know what it is. We're gonna talk about some stuff that's going on in the world. In a way, this show is a little different, but again, you know, if you want to check us out, you want to check out, if you're new to the show or you're new to the channel on YouTube or any place where you listen to this, of course, from Temper FM to Facebook, you could go to that thing right down there if you want to catch past shows. Again, I will catalog this and put this on other platforms, like I said many times before. It takes the time to get there. But thank you for giving me your ear, your eyes. If you are watching this, if you're listening to this, thank you for giving my ear. Again, it would be a great help if you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, comment, like, dislike. Hey, so you got to say. If you want a direct contact, you go to projectopenmic3@gmail.com, or if you want Instagram or Twitter, Project Open Mic. And if you have a YouTube, Project Open Mic, you see us there, you got it. So with that stated right there, we're going to be talking about something a little different. Now, yes, I be hitting the politics stuff a little heavily. That's just because what's going on right now. But let me state this too, but sometimes we got to talk about different things. So with that, I want to talk about something that's still cultural, because mostly I am a cultural commentator, so that's why I mostly do that, try to help people or maybe to understand certain things. Shout outs to the people on Temper FM once again for basically coming through and showing good love with a live listenership. Thank y'all, and thank y'all for. Again, I think last week's Project Over My show, episode 13, was a good episode. Talking about Black Lives Matter, the whole cabal, the whole thing around it, and also when people talk about, you know, America being a racist country. Okay, has its faults, but I kind of should say clear it up to say this country has a problem, but if you look at other countries, way worse in that regard as a superpower. Okay, we only have 3 superpowers, like I said before, but. First of all, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I want to first give also blessings, I should say, hopefully. I did a video about this. I need to start putting up the other videos on the channel to see it. But I did talk about this phenomenon happened Sunday. 2 cops were basically in LA that got shot. Hope their families go to their families and hope everything's all right. The reason I'm saying that in a regard because they were targeted. They got shot, a male and a female, and the people. See, that's why I said I different. That's why I did that show last week, 13, about Black Lives Matter. People who had that ban and that stupidity went down there in the hallway and shouting they should die. They should. And how you feel that they can't like it's just despicable. Again, humans. If you're new to the show, I always say evil comes in all shape, size, color, creed, race, ethnicity, sex, gender. I mean, no difference. I don't speak for the black community. The black community don't speak for me, and it's just to go down and do that. If that's just despicable. But human nature. That's why people always like, oh, we're gonna have this utopia. Not really. Now we how humans act. We act really, really bad. So hopefully they were in critical condition last time I checked. Hopefully they do good. Also for the guy in Omaha bar, I hope he gets through what it is because again, when you got two people that jump on my back and one try to choke me out after I showed you I have a weapon, after I gave a warning shot. You wanted to play a stupid game, sir. You want a stupid prize, the ultimate prize. Right, Shelly? They want the ultimate prize, right? Jeez. People's crazy. But with that stated as that, yeah, we'll get into what we're like I said, tonight, just let's say we're gonna talk about some movies. Now, still gonna do our usual stuff. Forgot to do that. I apologize. I forgot to do something on here. She's gonna mess up the show later on. So I apologize for the noise you're about to hear. So I'll set that up. There you go. I apologize for that. I forgot to set that off when I had a chance to, and I did. So with that said, um, so with a lot of people being inside of houses now because of the vid, and we gain all these different stuff back and forth. It's just ridiculous. I would say we have uh there's a lot of people home who are watching more stuff. Not me. I have picked up and watched some more stuff on Hulu. I bought some DVDs, some classics, some Beverly Hills Cops. I'm like I ain't got Beverly Hills Cops 1, 2, and 3. Now 3 one of the greatest, but I gotta have that. I gotta have that in the collection, man. That's you have to have your Harlem Nights, your Beverly Hills, your Rambo, the classics. Were the classics, man. Where I grew up on the classic action and stuff. You got to. So doing that and Expendables stuff. You'll get into some of that too, man. Oh man. 2020, the fall of celebrities, because man, a lot of people that I never looked up to them, but I thought were just cool people, like to watch their TV shows, movies, and stuff. I have to split the artist from the art because the artist has been saying some crazy stuff that I could never get behind. I'm like, what the heck? I still love your movies or maybe your music in the past, and I don't want to support you that much in the future because some of the stuff that you're saying are ridiculous. And again, how people start talking certain things out there, talking that mess. So we have all that nonsense going on, of course. But tonight, like I said, with all the people watching certain content now, right? The sad part about it is we are. I mean, sports have fallen off a cliff most of the places, a lot of places as well too. But last 2 weeks they had some stuff that came out. Two movies came out, and two movies came out. One, of course, is Cuties on Netflix, and another one was by Disney, of course, Mulan. the live action adaptation of the Disney anime classic. So we have that. I have to talk about these two movies because I think both sides has gotten it messed up. And I say both sides, I mean left and right. But I gotta talk about the culture impact of some of these things. Not all, some. I might throw another movie in there. Another thing I've been watching called Alicization, but it's it's nothing really. I like it, but it's not like something that talks. It'll basically explain something else. No, be forewarned. This we have spoilers. Okay, just letting you know we have spoilers. I can't talk about context in the way it is now. On the left, so let's start with Cuties. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be showing any video. I mean, I'm gonna show a video for something else, but I'm not showing no video for this stuff because I don't want my stuff to get copyrighted by nobody. And Disney's probably enough to copyright a lot of junk off of YouTube. So I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna be doing that. So it is what it is, and how that's set up. So let's start off with the more heavy hitting one, Cuties. Now I watch a lot of stuff. I listen as I said multiple times. Project Open Mic is for people who have an open mind to a lot of things. You're not gonna agree with me 100%. I know that because if you do, you're a slave. I don't want slaves to be watching me. I want people with open minds. Again, you're gonna disagree. That's all cool. That's why I have no problem having people who disagree against me and talk about it and everything. That's the way I think we learn to grow. If by some luck or chance I ever have kids, that's where I would like to teach them that hey, how to have an open mind as best as they can and do critical thinking to see what's going on in the world. To check out your environment. Oops, apologize for that. Check out your environment and everything. So, with that stated, yeah. So, cuties on the left, Hollywood and everything. There's a perversion. There always been a perversion from since the 1920s. A lot of Hollywood men and women too. Don't get it twisted. But a lot of Hollywood men who have power, like as we got Winehouse and you saw all that stuff, twist some things. Like that's what I said about women because remember, Rose McGowan had the tape of Harvey Weinstein saying and doing all the stuff, and she didn't wait. She waited. She had it for a long time, and she only released it when things wasn't going right for her. I don't like that nonsense. It's despicable. Whatever. I digress. So she goes to. So Hollywood has been doing some have a bunch of pervs and stuff like that. The reason I stated what I stated before about separating the art from the artist. I used to like Whoopi Goldberg. I used to like Quentin Tarantino. But and then yeah, a lot of Meryl Streep, a lot of way more other people. I'm just saying. I'm just getting examples. The reason I say I separate them because when I heard on what his name is again on the Howard Stern show when when Quentin Tarantino said that the girl that Roman Polanski raped, which was at 18 years old, 13 years old, she was asking for it. I was like, wow, she was asking for it. A 13-year-old, and it was like she wasn't asking for sex. You anally rape a young 13-year girl. She would ask for it. That I was like, wow, that is despicable to say that. And on the View, when Whoopi said, "Well, they want rape," I'm like, what the heck is it? Ain't rape? What the heck are you talking about, Whoop? These are on there. It's just I was like, wow, man, people don't have what is going on with the morals of certain people nowadays. But that's what we got, right? That's the nonsense we got now with these people. So can't state anything for that. But Hollywood has this perversion, and we have this part of Hollywood now, and the media who be pushing this this gender of craziness with the LGBTQ, the trans, the young kids, the putting in our kids. That's why you have somebody called Desmond's amazing. I still I still don't understand that. People could tell me what it is. That don't make no sense. When Good Morning America is broadcasting a 11-year-old boy in a strip club were you supposed to be 21 or over, a boy stripping in front of grown men for money? Huh? But they try to put it in. They try to put it in this the pussy stuff. So anything that's sexual liberating and everything, like a Cardi B, WAP. It's funny that you WAP. I don't cook, I don't clean. I said this. I literally said this when that song came out. I said I don't cook, I don't clean. I get all. But I tell you, I got this ring. Well, it didn't keep the it. You didn't keep the ring, did you, Cardi? But I'm not surprised by that. Okay, just not. So in that regard, I leave it as what it's supposed to be. But you have anything that's like a sexual, not a deviant or something like that. The left extreme goes super crazy and push it, promote it. Oh, you're trying to stop sexual relation? Oh, it got because I was like, men always objectify women. Ladies, I'll let you in a little secret. Women objectify women, not men. You, I did not tell you to wear that dress or those clothes. You did because you wanted attention. I'll explain more about it in another video, but just letting you know, right? A little secret between me and you. Other than that, they're trying to do the whole objectifying women and all that nonsense. Is no, that's crazy. Not down with that. So that's how that situation is set up. They always push it for that radical part. And on the right, and some of these people are not really. This is one I can't say like the right wing. This is some right moderates. Some even some moderates have seen this. Oh, I don't want to see young girls working on 11-year-old girls, blah blah blah. And I get it. I get it. I get that. I understand that. The thing that Kimmy though, people who comment on that stuff, they barely watched the movie or they didn't watch the movie at all. Now, I said I didn't, I was like, well, I don't need to. I didn't really think anything of that, but I said I can't say I'm Project Open Mic, a show about open, listening, and cannot go and look at the both sides and see what's going on. So with that said, I watched Cuties, and I will have to say a lot of people misjudged that movie. To the director who got all the the threats, Mamora Delcor. I'm hoping I pronounce your name right, my dear. Yeah, I think I don't think you should get the death threats one, and I think I see where you're coming from when you did the movie. That's the honest truth because there's more to the movie than people saw. Now, and then not because now you got people on the Republican side saying, "Oh, we need to have a investigation." They're like, no, I don't want to have that power because when the Democrats get over, they're gonna get. See, that's the difference between me and other people. I don't want one party to get a power because they're not gonna be in power forever. So when they do that nonsense, the other party gets it. So stupid. I hate that. But this is not politics. It's about culture, and this is what I'm talking about right here with the cuties and how a lot of people on the right got it wrong. They're like, well, I don't need to see this to know it's a. I got you, but this is not the worst thing I have ever seen. This is not the worst thing. This is not the most grotesque thing I've ever seen. Look at some of them horror movies and stuff like that past. No, this is not. Okay. Would I watch the movie ever again? Not really. Do I feel? Oh, do I feel the cringe of most of the movie when you see some of the 11-year-old girls doing that stuff? Yes. But again, wake up. 8-year-old girls are doing this. Let's not pretend. Let's not. Let's put the hypocrisy aside. Let's not pretend. The little girls, there's babies who barely could dance. You've seen the things on Facebook on World Star Hip Hop. They're twerking at young ages. There's a video of a woman. Look, the world is depraved. There's a woman I saw. She's a stripper, and she has her little 3-year-old baby girl on her while she's stripping. Not at the strip club, at a home. Just like it's come on. Let's not pretend. And that's why I think the problem is a lot of people are pretending this. Oh, this is yes, yes. She used 11-year-old kids to show this, but the thing is, she's using the true demographic because the story is not about twerking and all that stuff. Really, it's a really story about finding who you are and what's going on around you. That is what this story is about. That's what the story is about, and I saw that when I watching it. I'll add this: Netflix America. You are pieces of crap though for doing showing a poster and taking it to a next level. The advertisement, I agree with. That was not needed. Changing the advertisement from the French part to that was not needed. That was crazy. I don't know why they did that. They wanted shock and R. They got the shock and R, but yeah, it's just it's kind of backfiring on you because people are now canceling their Netflix accounts. So, so that is just not a good thing at all. So again, there will be spoilers. I know a lot of people ain't gonna be watching the movie really, but there is spoilers. Okay, make sure I have this right so I don't be hitting it with my head all the time. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me very well. All right. So what happened is this. So what happened is this. It's a young girl. Of course, she came from Africa and a Muslim, strong religious Muslim family. The mother came to France, and the father was supposed to come later on. Um, she felt kind of once living from her the nation that she lived. I don't think nation she lived from Africa, who's strictly Muslim to France. She saw things around, and her mind starts to like wonder and think, okay, what do I got to do? I'm I'm experiencing new things in this world, and I'm like, okay, that's a good thing. You're experiencing new things. Great. Now, of course, being a Muslim, you have to have the hijab and the full, not the whole beekeeper thing with the black, but in this, they have the clothing and whatever. So she saw one of the girls, I'll call her Hispanic or Asian. She she was dancing in the laundry room and seeing it, and she was intrigued by the whole, you know, dancing. And when the girls, when she saw the other girl, she's like, "Oh, the reason I'm not using this, you could know because you ain't gonna see the name most people who don't know the movie. So I'm using the color to describe what I'm saying. Cause it was basically four girls, two blacks and two a white girl and a Hispanic girl, looking girl. I'll go with Hispanic. So they were there. She was intrigued by seeing dancing and stuff, and seeing something new. She wanted to do the exact same thing. Little, shortening that part of the story, she started talking to the girl, and when she started speaking to the girl, they're seeing things, they're seeing freedoms as the girls try to attempt to say, yeah, we could do this. You could join this little dance group called Cuties, and that's why I'm doing all my dancing and all this stuff, and get it. She saw the other girls. She tried to imitate them. 'Cause she's seeing that a lot of people are liking seeing what the girls are doing. Now, she was still about it. Then what happened was the father married another woman, and was going to have another bride and all that setup that kind of threw the family to a change. She's like, "Wow, I don't want that." Basically, made the girl go from, "I don't want to be that strict. I want the freedom." So she ran into the group and started doing the dances and felt a little positive about herself because she's getting the positive reinforcement. And other when people and they're doing when they do the dances for the people, they see that people liking it and doing it. So what happened is they're getting the attention. That's what she's looking for. That's what she wants. She wants to feel fit in. She wants the attention. Of course, she stopped dressing more conservative as for the Muslim situation. Now she's now she's wearing jeans and laying some tighter jeans and all this stuff happening. And again, let's not pretend. I've seen young girls going to school and everything with this stuff on. I'm like, why would the parents do that? But again, let's not pretend. It's happening in real life right now. So let's not pretend this nonsense. So she feels good. She's getting a critic the attention she seeks, and she joined a group. The group's doing a dance move. They're doing the stuff. Yeah, they have some cringy moments in there where the girls are dancing, and the men the older men are kind of oogling her, including the guy with the like, "You're 16, 17 years old." I'm like, "Yeah, you 17. All right, I'll believe that. You're a little older for 17, but I'll leave that alone." Stuff like that. Shortening the story even more. So we're gonna get to the cultural talk, but shorten the story even more. They were going to get in this dance group. I mean, to get this in front of a lot of live audience and everything, and they were gonna do that. Now that's where when you see in the promotional from the Netflix side, you see them in the tight stuff and the blue and black outfit. Excuse me. But what a lot of people don't know is she felt super nervous. She's like, "What am I doing?" I'm shortening up the story for sake of time. What am I doing? Because before that, she started seeing little chinks in the armor of her other friends. They're not as happy as they pretend to be. I thought they were happy. They're just as miserable as I am. And they were looking for attention. And just before she was to go on stage, she backed out. And she ran over to her mom. Mom said, "You don't have to be like me, but please, blah, blah, blah. You could be any woman you want." And I love at the end of the movie that she just wear regular shirt, clothes, and didn't do makeup, just go natural, let her hair out, beautiful. I do love natural women, black women wearing their natural hair out because that's what God intended to you. I think you look way more beautiful than all that crap y'all put on yourself. That's for a different story. I'll let it go. All right, but here's a so that's basically the story in a nutshell. Okay, so it's always like because she was seeing all these other girls. She's like, wait a minute, they're not happy. They're not they're not happy. They're miserable or even worse, they put up a front. See, because a lot of young girls are going through this. I've said this multiple times. Prayer pressure is among now going on with how the social media is. Because when I see people like, oh, cyberbullying, turn off the computer. You won't be cyberbullied no more. go run yourself to get suicide. And we in America we can't say nothing because we have just as much. Look at those tiara shows, those TV shows, the little princess shows and stuff. They're taking young little girls and making them up to look like women and put them in most just as much or just as worse sexualized clothes at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. So let's not Miss Pageant, I mean Renee Ramsey was the same way, and you put it in front of men who look at that nonsense and they got their craze with the whole pedo thingy. I'm not down with that nonsense for males or females. Now people were saying, "Oh, it was shocking because they use 11-year-old girls." I get that, but let's not pretend that you go on YouTube again, put on that, or you can go to any. It's happening. These young girls, majority of them for those in the black in the community, a lot in the white as well too. They don't have their dads. They don't have a good dad, I should say, because there are guys who are stupid. It's messed up too. But seriously though, they don't have the father figure to put them on the right road. I experienced this while with my sister when she didn't felt good at her. That's around that same age, and they were telling her people bullying her and telling her that she's ugly and stuff. I'm like, you ain't ugly. You're a beautiful person. You're smart. You need to understand certain things. She didn't understand nuances. She got it now, of course, because she's 25 now. But she went through the same thing as well too. We have to have this conversation with these kids. A lot of these people go through that situation of being peer pressure, and a lot of these young daughters look for attention. The mom, here's a psychological thing. All right, I'm not a psychiatrist and all that stuff, but I've seen it enough to say this. The moms, even in households that have happily married and whatever, the moms see a younger version of themselves, which is the daughters, and they compete against each other for some weird reason. Majority of times, some indirectly, a lot on the you know you call it again. You call it subconsciously. Yes, subconsciously they compete. So they look for the attention. They seek the attention. They see that okay, mom's not giving me the attention. If she does, she give me the attention. But she also see what give mom attention, and she looks for certain things. So they need to have this conversation and talk to your kids. And again, that's what the movie's about. Yes, it has that, but you had to use kids to prove the point that she is doing in the movie, which I agree with. I 100% agree with her on that. Yeah, we use older people and make them into young teenagers. No, it's a shock and awe. Yes, but again, I've seen way worse movies than this, who are more grotesque and more do horrible things to kids than kids just trying to dance. Hell, go to Carnival in most Caribbean islands. The kids dancing for Carnival and stuff like that. Let's not pretend this nonsense. Put it away. Let's live it in the reality. And Sam, and at least you can go to YouTube and look at there are these, like I said, these contests and stuff. If those were, you're not stopping these people by what it is. So I agree. Netflix took it to the next level. It should have never have that. Should have used the original movie cover. It should have kept it what it was and keep it. Just talk about talk and let the movie go. But they wanted the shock and all. They got it, and now they're losing money because they did a stupid decision. Whoever did that, you made a dumb decision. And for you to it's already a movie about over sexualization of young girls. To overdo it, it's kind of stupid. Netflix. I mean, I never had Netflix, so there you go. But that was dumb. But and a lot of these young girls who didn't realize it, like this girl, like the main character in the movie, realize they grow up and they have something, and they grow up and they stick in that mindset, and it sucks. And another thing, let me help you, young ladies out there. A lot of young ladies, let me tell you this from so again, seeing this. I have little evidence, but I've also seen psychologists talk about this too. Where when you have a kid at a young age, you mentally stop. You stop at that age until that child grows up because you had some for some reason you mentally don't grow no more. It's like you're frozen at the age that you had a child. And also, let's kick that myth out there. Women are more mature than men. No, you're not. It's not. People could perceive it, but it's not. Because when I see women 40 years old still doing stupid stuff, I'm like, how's that mature? No, you go for mature men because you go for older men because they have their life together and mostly set up compared to a guy at your age who's just starting out. I get that. That makes sense. I'm not saying a thing, but you're mentally capacity, you're not. You're the same as just to do it as well to be much. No, I've seen too many women who was older than me, even up to this day, who's old in their 40s, still do childish things as a girl. You would say, "Oh well, take you play video games." Okay, I play video games. You want to call that? Okay, but again, no debt, well, except for a house, but no debt, house, financially stable, and I play video games. Huh, that hurts me. That bring down my value. How? But I've seen, a lot of women who are still at the age, still trying to outdo other women for some weird reason. So I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't get the eyelashes. You do that most of the time when women put on their clothes or put these stuff on their face and hair. They do it for other women. They don't do it for the men because unless the man's a weirdo. Because I never, ever, ever, ever saw a man say, "Look at the eyelashes on this girl. It looks stupid. It looks clownish." To me, it's a turn off, and I know other guys I know who say the same thing too. Why are you wearing these stupid eyelashes? It's just crazy. But I'll be into another. That's into another story, of course, another conversation we could have. So it's just ridiculous to see this thing. But again, as I stated, women, these young girls are having this thing. So to the director again, I'm sorry you're getting death threats, but it is needed. That movie was accurate in today's world, and the end. If you watch it all the way to the end, so unlike what the people on the right was saying, because there's some people I listen to, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, and they're like, nah, I'm not like that's. You gotta watch it. You can't comment on something if you didn't watch it. That's something I couldn't do. So I said, hell, if I'm seeing all these guys not watching the movie and then commenting on it like it's the most horrible thing ever, I can't I can't take them at face value. I cannot take them at face value. I have to do this stuff myself. So that's why, again, I didn't pay for it, but thanks to a friend, shout out. But I watched the movie and I was like, man, that's just yeah. I see what it is. It's a good it's a good movie. Cuties is a good movie. Again, cringy, yes. 11-year-old girls, yes. But there, but it's a topic that needs to be talked about because too many young girls. Like I said, I remember when I did a radio show. When I used to have a radio T3 show. I remember a young girl. She climbed up to a water tower and jumped off because she was cyberbullied because she was pressured to do stuff. That's the kind of stuff that we need to talk about. That's the craziest that's going on now. I'm dead serious. So if you have young daughters, yes, talk to them. Keep them in. Fathers, please be in your daughter's life. Show them the appreciation so they do not go out and look for affection somewhere else to get themselves into serious trouble. Don't treat them as a super princess. They are a princess to you, yes, but we need a good dynamic because I don't want them to grow up being, oh, I'm a princess. I'm supposed to get everything. Nah, chick, no, that's not how it works. No, no. And then you create dynamics that's not even healthy because I've seen where it's girls. I've seen where the beautiful looking. Uh, I'm just being honest, just dead honest, okay? So I've seen, because as you can see, I'm a dark skinned guy. I've seen light skinned young girls get away with a lot of stuff, and the dark skinned young girls just as pretty, but whatever with the colors of in the black community, they can't get a lot of stuff, so they act extra just to prove their point. Now there's some that I like who the light skinned ones use their looks or whatever and whatever, where the blacks sometimes the dark skinned ones like, okay, you know what? Let me prove them wrong by getting my degree, getting my stuff, and that's all great. That's all good. And these are stuff I'm gonna talk about on our the man corner, and of course straight no chasers. These little videos that I'm gonna put on YouTube and a playlist, just like you see with the playlist with Project Open Mike and Andre's Mike and the side chat and stuff like that. That's what, like I said, we're gonna talk about some real stuff on this channel. And that's why when Project Open Mike, I didn't want to use the real and all stuff because even I watch it the real on I don't watch it, I just see the clips. I'm like, these women are not real. They contradict themselves in the same sentence, say the most outrageous crap, and half of them only got the way they got because again, their looks. There's more, as a lot of women have problem. There's more to me than looks. You are correct, and I'm down with that. But because of this new celebrity, this new strike they're having right now of showing, on the left, that's what I was saying. The right does that nonsense. Was I had to say no. You guys are wrong because you can't comment on something you didn't really watch. I can't come and say this water is not good if I didn't drink it. It's just crazy. But the left, they try to push hypersexualism anyway. So you have to, you parents, just be in your children's lives seriously. Keep as best contact as you can with them because the outside sources are very powerful. As much people talked about with, like I said, with Cardi B talking about her song WAP and all that stuff and doing all that stuff. Look at it right now. She's divorcing. Her husband used to cheat on her. So see, your sexual doesn't do it. And I said it before. I don't like Cardi because of the whole fake stuff, breast, butts, all this implant, all this stuff. Again, I'll talk about it in a different show. And again, that what Cuties is doing is basically saying the same thing, showing that you're gonna show my body, all my sexual attention is basic. My sexual value is all I need to get through life, and that's what I want. But then when she saw other girls are just as miserable, she's like, this ain't gonna work for me. They're just as bad as I am. So they're saying if they're not happy, why am I doing this? And I like that's a part of the story. So it's not only just showing that women are over sexualized in the movie Quiddies, it's also showing that they're attention seekers, and we need to find a way to get them from groupthink, from peer pressure, and from seeking attention from other things. That's what I got from that movie. It is not a bad movie. I enjoyed it. It's something that needs to be talked about. So no so on hashtag death threats to the director and cuties and stuff. Again, I've seen worse movies than that, way worse. So let's get into, we saw way worse than that, just bad. Now before we go to our next movie, I have this feature I call rules for thee, not for me. So let's play the intro and do a little quick jump from one to another, but let's do that first. Let's do that first. All right. So, as I stated before, I do not like government left or right. That's what I don't like. Funny enough with the damn ballot, so I got five. North Carolina. We just started mail voting, but I got five already. This is where we go. This is where the fraud's gonna happen. I already don't got five mails coming and say, hey, get your mail in valid. Yeah. Oh boy, election gonna be crazy this year. But with that said, let's talk about the nonsense of a lot of a lot of people, Democrats and Republicans, as we talked about this. This is why I like John Stossel. Again, he's not real all the time, but I do like what he brings up. These are conversation starters and stuff to talk about. So let's take a listen to the love to see how these politicians, good grief, do you wrong.
Speaker of the House Nancy.
And you already know I don't talk about this story where I love her. Nancy Pelosi like, oh, I was set up. No, you wasn't. That's your district. You make the laws. Your nephew's the governor of California. Oh, when I got stuff about him, I gotta talk about. He's talking about this whole the wildfires. Oh, he's a piece of crap. But your laws, you yourself said we should not flaunt this. The science is in. We should wear a mask. We should not be out. So whatever. But don't go get your hair done. You shut down salons, but you went to get your hair did, Nancy. Rules for again. The part that just ticks me off about that is this: you're rich. You're worth over $300 million. You could have asked the daggone his salonist to come to your house. Why didn't you? That's so stupid. That's the one thing about rich people I don't like. Again, you kill people drunk driving. You're rich. Why don't you have a limo? Why don't you have somebody? Are you kidding me? You people are sometimes annoying. But the government class is crazy. So let's take a look at this. Here's a true story, and you see how corrupted this is. That's why I said when we did the Asheville thing, and also now California did the same thing too. Which is here's the funny part. They're like, we form a committee to look in for reparations, and in 2023 we're gonna look at what they said to come up to help black people. So let me get it straight. You came up with a bunch of people to look at what, which ain't gonna do nothing, to give them all that money to do nothing. I guarantee. And in 2023, we're gonna hear nothing on change the needle an inch. And the same thing with Asheville, an inch. All those people say, "Oh, we're gonna look into reparations." They're pandering. That's all it is. They're not gonna do nothing. But this is what you get when you this nonsense. So let's go with it. Let's go to the clip.
Pelosi.
You probably heard about Nancy Pelosi's visit to that salon.
Causing anger among business owners.
Angry because ordinary people get punished when they do things like that.
This
Exactly.
man, a gym member, was placed in handcuffs and taken into custody.
What are the rules? Who gets to open? Who doesn't? And what happens when politicians cheat, twist the rules to benefit themselves?
They don't. They do it a lot of times.
This woman was jailed by the city of Dallas for keeping her hair salon open.
7 days in jail and has to pay a $7,000 fine.
But now she's allowed to open her salon. And months ago, car washes were allowed to open. But not this car wash. Dallas says this car wash may not open because
the city says it's a hub for drug sales and crime.
I thought I was being a model citizen.
owner Dale Davenport says he's been fighting crime in a rough neighborhood.
We've been over backwards for the city.
He did everything the politicians asked him to do.
They said build a 6-foot fence. I built an 8-foot fence. Then they said put up signs. I already had signs up, so I put up more signs. Then they told me to put up, lights. I already had lights up, so I put up more lights. Lights on the side, lights across the back.
Doing everything they asked.
Yes, sir. And they come and they close my business. They take it away from me. They murdered my business is what the city of Dallas has done.
Why would they do that? Now, many cities have policies that allow them to close a business if the owner conceals crime. But Davenport didn't do that. When he saw crime, he called 911.
I'm the one that called the police, yes.
Dallas then used his 911 calls as evidence against him.
Because you called to report the crime.
Then they said you're a public nuisance. I mean, this is absolutely crazy.
For more than 20 years, Jim's Car Wash has been in business.
But now the community has lost a center.
It's like a good place for the community. It really is.
People would drive to the car wash and then visit local businesses while waiting for their cars to be washed.
All the businesses that were next to me at my car wash, their business is down 40, 50%.
Why, in this high-crime neighborhood, did politicians go after just one business that was well-lit and where the owner did everything the politicians requested?
The city said, hire armed guards.
And then when I did hire guards, they once told me, "You've hired the wrong guard company."
The wrong company?
Because there was a city councilman that had an armed guard company that they wanted me to tender my business.
Before he goes, because I saw this before, that's my point. You hired the wrong company. The wrong company, huh? The wrong company. Well, this is a white man, so of course, I don't know, a white man's gonna tell him that you ain't, gonna hold him down. And also, this is a point because, and like I said, I saw the video again. But people are like, oh, great, we have a black representative. Good. If he does what he's supposed to do or she do, I don't care. Do the right thing. But just because they're black doesn't mean that they don't be corrupted. He's not as corrupt as well. I don't understand why people can't see that. It's annoying to me. As you will see,
to his company.
Could that be the problem? Problem?
Garden company that they wanted me to tender my business to his company.
Could that be the problem? That corrupt Dallas politicians want the money for themselves?
This is extortion?
We contacted all 14 members of the city council. Not one agreed to an interview.
Shock.
I suspect they don't want their faces on camera while some of their fellow members may be using their power to enrich themselves.
The guard company that the city of Dallas originally told me to hire, which we didn't hire, was owned by the city councilman.
That was James Fantroy, says Dale. He was later convicted of stealing $20,000 from a college.
Shocker.
Look at the corruption. Look how many city councilmen have gone to jail.
Former Dallas City Councilman and Mayor Pro Tem Dwayne Caraway is just the latest now in a long list of public officials who have been jailed over the years.
Paul Fielding, remember him? The North Dallas councilman convicted for conspiracy and fraud. And Councilman James Fantroy, also convicted. And then there's Don Hill. His payments from a housing developer sent both of them to prison.
All over the world.
Oh, politicians.
Car washes are now open, but Dale is not allowed to open his.
This car wash has helped feed my family. It's helped put my kids through college. I have other business interests, yes. Thank goodness, and I need those businesses to help feed the lawyers and get this story out.
All over America, politicians have killed lots of businesses with COVID shutdowns. That's bad enough. It's worse if they kill a business because the owner won't give money to their friends.
I know right from wrong, and this is wrong, and this is something that I need to do to stand up, because this is tyranny.
Amen, brother. Amen. And that's, as people always say, well, you gotta stand up for your people. That's that person right. Oh, sorry, that way. That person right there. That's my people. Good people who work hard to do stuff. Okay, I don't care what your skin color is, because I do follow Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream. Judge me on the content of my character, not on my skin. That's the whole point. That right there is craziness. That's what I don't like. That's that nonsense. You mean I bent over back to do everything, and you still won't let me open? And because I didn't use your... This is what I said about the Nancy Pelosi. This is the same thing I said about with her nephew Gavin Newsom in New York. Same thing with Blasio and Chuck Schumer and oh my God, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. What you saw was Democrat and Republican who went to jail, just corrupted people. So it made no difference. Right now it's more on the Dem side, but again, it's still. So I don't like government, but those are this is a section I do all in a show called Rules for Thee, Not For Me, where the politicians get away with everything they can, but they tell you, oh, you should abide by the rules. Oh man, these people are full of crap. Now that's why I don't want to give them no more power they need to get. They got too much power as it is right now. But I hope he keeps on fighting. I hope he's successful. I'm happy that he got the story out. And there's more stories like that. I've brought them up on this show, and I've talked about it in the past. You go check out the past logs about this. It's just despicable to see what these people do. And as my point of saying, I should be happy he's a black person in power. to see if they empower their uncorrupt and not doing horrible stuff like that, like a Tim Scott or something. More power to you, brother or sister, or I forgot the name of that lady, but power to women who are that. If you're doing that, here's a problem though. I don't care what race, I don't care what gender. Corrupt is corrupt, and that's why I always say evil comes in all shapes, size, color, read, create, gender, and that's what he was stating, and I'm with that. So, oh well, like I said, and I will keep bringing these points to you guys and show y'all rules for thee, not for me. All right. With that said, let's go into our another let's go into our other review. Okay. All right. Now we go into Mulan. Little spoilers, like I said, not a lot. Also, I didn't watch the movie. I didn't pay for. I'm not paying no $30, and I didn't happy I didn't pay no $30 to watch that. Right? Again, shout out to my friend. Good job. Now, my honesty about Mulan. It's an okay movie. It really is. It's an okay movie. But when you put Mulan against the animated Mulan, it's not good. If it stand by itself, yeah. For some reason, I don't know what Disney's got this kick. They're running out of ideas. That's how Hollywood works, really. Um, Aladdin, all right movie. And the reason I say all right movie is because of the ending. What happened to them in Aladdin is like, why did we go through all this nonsense when you could have do that from the get go and stop the movie? I hate plot plans unless it's like a time skip kind of thing, whatever. But it's not time skip. I hate movie plot plans, and I'm jaded because of this. I've been watching movies for. I'm 37. I've been watching movies for so long, so I see the story coming a mile away. That's why one of my favorite movie, and if you want to check it out, it's called Chaos Theory. It's a suspension action, it's a suspension thriller, and I like it because you don't see what comes at the end. The twist at the end is just good. Everybody I let watch that movie, they're like, "Wow, good movie! Holy crap, I didn't see that coming." Wait a minute, how did that happen? What did that? How did that? He did that because you have if you don't watch a movie from beginning to end, and this is what the thing. This was not a movie that went theatrical and whatever. It's just a movie that was well written, well produced. But because of that, I see stuff like that all the time. So yeah, I get it. So I watched with Mulan, with Aladdin, it was like you could all this would have stopped if you did that from the beginning. Why did you do that? That was stupid. You basically took away the story of Aladdin. So yes, Genie's Will Smith. Will Smith did a good job, but he's not comparing Will Smith to Robin Williams would never is two different people, two different looking at that. R.I.P. to Robin Williams. But yeah. Now I watched Jungle Book. Now Jungle Book was really good. They did a good job on that. They did a good job on Jungle Book. Great job. I have not watched Lion King, so I can't say nothing about that one. But Jungle Book, yeah, I was cool with that. I like that. But for some reason, though, and like I said, when I say stuff about Aladdin, it's just like the movie The First Cloverfield. It's like this is the premise to keep you in a city. If you had just did what the brother said, you all of y'all would have been. I quit. All of y'all been alive if y'all did what the brother said. But y'all listen to the dumb brother. Oh my goodness, stuff like that just irritates the heck out of me. It really does. Movies like that's just like good movie. At the end, just it's like the twist at the end when a good twist is like, oh wow. The twist is like, oh no. But anyways, so Mulan. Literally, this movie would have been good if it was. This is this. If let me help you out. If you like, give me a second here before I sneeze. All right, apologize for that. Um, if you needed how should I say it again? How should I say this? Um if you needed Culture Tiger Hidden Dragon, if Disney needed that, this is Disney's version of that. Culture Tiger Hidden Dragon. Yeah. This is Disney's version of it. The fight scenes are pretty good. The set pieces are pretty good. So I'm not denying that. So they are there. There is a cinematic charm to it. But a Mulan movie, this is not. Now, again, the sad part about this movie is I'm not gonna say spoiling everybody up front. That you know, spoilers alert. Okay, but it's weird. First of all, they took they took characters that made the Mulan movie really good out. I'll tell you what it is. They took them out. There's no singing. Doesn't bother me. The songs are there, but no singing on it. That doesn't bother me, but I get it. But for some people, that might be a big thing. For me, no. It's all right. Of course, a lot of the songs that make sense, that's why they didn't do it. Another thing was this is a somber movie. Comedy, not so much. Not so much at all. They made a movie, and the funny part about it, they made a movie mostly for to do with China stuff and do China, and it bombed in China. Bad how that worked. It bombed in China. It didn't do good in America, and it did not do good in the box offices in China. Fair enough. They're open. Their theaters and stuff is open. Let me not say because before Facebook attacked me again last time. But yeah, they took away characters, and the thing that killed me about it is they took them. It's weird that an animated movie has more feeling and gives you more emotion than a live action movie. I don't get it. I'll give you an example. So one of the characters they took away, of course, was they took away Moosh. They took away Moosh for a reason. I'll tell you that. But they took away Cricket. They took Cricket. No, they didn't take away Cricket. Cricket's in the movie. Sorry, Cricket is in the movie. Okay, but Cricket is now one of the warriors. So let me get it straight. You took an animated character that didn't talk, that was funny, turn him into a real life character that could talk and made him unfunny. What? How did what why? Why did you do that? That was bad. Jeez. That was bad. All right. They took so of course with Cricket you had Mushu, which was voiced by Eddie Murphy. Well, let me oh, let me not hold back the secret. A lot of people would have been they took Mushu, which was a dragon, and put in a phoenix. Phoenix don't talk. I know a reason why they didn't want that either because y'all talk about America's racist. Go see the poster. The go see the poster for the and also go check John Boyega's Twitter line now. I mean, like I said, see what he's saying. But look at the poster of Star Wars in China and Star Wars America. They took that black man way far from the front of the poster. Even in the movie, which the first movie, where he was mostly more on the main character, they took him away out of all that. China don't like a lot of saying, and I'm some people, but it be taught by the CCP. So I'm not. Am I shocked? No, Not really. That's what the reason they took out a Mushu, because it was a black person voicing it. They didn't want that. Another thing was they took away the grandmother. Why? I love the sauciness of the grandma. You took away the grandma. The grandma was I can't believe they took away the grandma. So like I said, they took away a lot of the funny people. Just why? And of course, they took away the original Mulan's interest in animated movie, which for some dumb reasons. I didn't even want to go through the dumb reasons. The whole oh Me Too, this gonna happen. It's just stupid. But it's not only a love interest in that. Um, he was a character that needed to be in the movie to show not only that Mulan's love interest, but also show the environment of the tenacity. And because again, his father, who was a proud general, said, he said, "Wow, I got this ragtag bunch of knuckleheads out here." I said, "Son, if you could turn these guys into men," that's why they have the song "I'll Make You a Man." But and as you could saw, that's the thing about with the Mulan. You see that she failed in animated, but you see she got better because she had the tenacity to say, "Yo, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you I can make this." And that's one of the main reasons that made Mulan such a lovable character in anime. She didn't just she didn't like, "Oh, I fall and I can't get up," and it's not. No, she's like, "All right, I fall. Like, dust myself off. Let's try this again. Oh, fall down. You know what? Dust myself off. Let's try this again. Oh, and I'm getting better than you." And it kept on going. That's what made Mulan such a lovable character. She had faults, but you know what? She understand her faults was her mistakes or weakness, and she grew to fix her weakness and fix her faults. That's why Mulan in the animated one, was so lovable. You're like, I feel, and of course, at the end, you're so happy for her. But I'm just, the feels, man, the feels, as my sister would say, the feels. It was there. It was there. So we have that. So, but no, because he wanted, like I said, so we're taking him out of the thing because it showed that like the movie, just when you see the parts where was reflected onto that's reflected of the anime, it don't feel the same. They took away a lot of parts that had the feelings and the connection with the audience with Mulan. Excuse me. So that's why it's weird. In the Mulan, they brought the story about how chi, and mostly men access this chi, but when a woman accesses chi, she's more powerful. This she accesses more chi. They're far fewer and rare, but they're very powerful. Okay. So of course, at young age, Mulan had chi. So she was perfect from the get go. When she did the whole thing chasing the chicken and everything, she was perfect from the get go. The part where they added a character, so they took away the grandmother and they added a sister. So when the scene where they come with a matchmaker so she could get married happened, the matchmaker didn't had Mulan had to show that she was more feminine than usual because of the chi and had her chi powers. And there was a spider. Basically, a spider was going on the table, and if her sister saw it, she'll freak out and miss the chance. So Mulan was trying to block it, but she couldn't block it. And then, of course, when she didn't get it, they see it and they kick the stuff up, and as you see, she just to the table and did the whole it caught everything, with balance and everything, and of course, and then her hair fell down and she fell over and then messed it up. So yeah, that messed up the scene. That's how the lovemaking scene differs from the one in Mulan. Of course, when it comes to say, hey, your father's going to be chosen to become be a part of the war because of the Huns are coming, right? she was like, okay, she did not want her father to go that route. So I wish I had the box. I don't have the box. I have the anime movie. I wanted to show the box has the scene where she has the sword reflected, with half her face, whatever. That's the scene is where she make the decision that she's gonna take her father's place. She's like, I'm not gonna get married off because I kind of um dishonor my family that I'm not marriable by the matchmaker, and I don't want my father to die because he's the provider of this whole family. So yeah, I'm going to take the spot so he can still do it. And in Mulan, in the animated video, I like the way she did it because she took the sword and she cut her hair so she could be super short, like men and like the average men. So she like there's no going back that decision, and then wrap it up because she's like, okay, no going back. All right. Of course, in the live action, no, she didn't do that. That scene lost his strength by not doing that. Like all she did was just like, oh, I'm gonna put it up, and didn't cut her hair. Nothing. She had the long hair down to where most would think, okay, you're female. So yeah. So you have that. Then you have oh yeah, I'm sorry. I skipped I ain't skipped nothing, but let me finish off that the with Lopan with the love interest. Not only did his father tell him to do that, I'll be proud of you, son. His father's, of course, he's looking for his father's attention to become a great general. Also, that he was helping Mulan. Here's the thing. This is the part that killed me. There's another part. So they took away the love interest of Mulan and gave him another love interest. He's basically splitting two that doesn't have a power structure and all that nonsense. But the guy who she liked didn't know he was a man, and looked at him still sexually, which was creepy as hell. He did deliver a good line in the end of the movie, but still, that was creepy as hell. What? Dude, can you stop watching me? I don't swing that way. I don't know. But that was weird too. But also, there was a scene where they were doing like in Mulan animated. They're doing they're doing the move. The I'll make a man out of you, cracking jokes, bonding. They're like not taking the Hans seriously, of course. It's just, oh, we're gonna take these Hans, blah blah blah. Then there was called to the spot where his father was his father was at war with the Huns. Here once again, they took away the meaning, the feels. Again, so in the anime, Lee comes up and see what's going on, and he's like, "Wow." And of course, I forgot that the big guy came up and gave him his father's helmet, and he's like, "Well," it shocked him that it's my father's helmet. He's no longer with me, and I just spoke to him last. Like it put the emotions of wow, that this is my father's helmet, and he didn't not even. It makes the confusion like okay, he was a great general, and he couldn't stop the Huns. What can I do to stop the Huns? But I gotta avenge him. I can't believe they killed my father. Like that conundrum, I like. That's a lot of people like that too. That's doing that. But another part was, the guys realized this is no more jokes. This is dead serious. We gotta stop playing around. We gotta stop playing around. And Mulan went into the village and she picked up a doll and she realized, wow, that these guys are just as evil. They would kill a little girl. Excuse me. They would kill men, women, children. They don't care. They would destroy everything. Now, when in a live action movie, they just came upon it. They're like, wow, That's sad. Yeah, that's messed up. Let's go. We gotta go. That's it. It's like compare that to this. It's like, what are you talking about, man? That's a whole thing difference right there, man. That's messed up. Let's go. We gotta go. There's a whole difference, right there. A whole distance difference. Sorry for the background noise, like I said. That's a whole difference. That's crazy. And of course, when they did the scene when they were doing the training, because of the chi powers, she had to fight somebody. Let's put it this way. Long story short, she never really lose to any man. Really not. Not really. Right? The only person that was powerful enough to beat Mulan was basically the witch. Another female who could use the chi. And of course, she recognized, oh, you are not who you are. You won't be strong unless you be who you are. Blah blah blah. And that a scene where she had this throwing star, and of course, it's one of those things like it's a culture dragon, hidden tigers. When you throw, you throw something so small and it does a big impact and throw you across this, the whole landscape and everything. So she took a star, throw it at Mulan. Thought that Mulan thought she was dead, of course, whatever. But she thought that she died, flight away. Thought in a way she kind of knows she wasn't, but that digress. Flew away, and the whole reason Mulan is safe. You know how they do. You know how they do this stuff, like a coin or a watch. Well, for Mulan, the binder that keeps her breast so you don't look like she has flat chest or she's not a whatever. The binder was thick enough that it stopped the throwing star. So of course, she went into so she went she's like, okay, I'm gonna warn the people who I am and everything, and of course they do the scene, which I hate when they do that, but whatever. They're like, oh, I'm gonna take off all of the armor. I'm like, I'm in a war. Anybody could hit me with anything, but whatever, whatever. Now, also the way that Mulan revealed herself as a woman compared to the one in anime, again, lost the meaning. I'm not even gonna go to that one, but lost the meaning. Oh yeah, because and also the witch is a shapeshifter, so she could change into a bird and multiple stuff and everything. So yeah. Um I would say the witch had a better story in it than it is that they found out the power she has, but because again she killed people, so of course they sent her away, they banished her from the city, and again it's just like, okay, I get it, I understand, but still, at the end, long story short, she sacrificed herself to save Mulan, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot that. And also when she was proving the Mulan, like I was saying, saying the love interest, the guy, he's like, you guys will, listen to, I forgot the character Mulan played, but you will listen to Zhao, but you will not listen to Mulan. We will more whatever. So I get that scene. Yeah, I get that was pretty good. I get that one. That one's pretty good. But like I said, I think I could. And that's as far as I will go with the saying stuff because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody else who's going to watch the movie. But the impact of the movie is just not there. It's just not there. If this was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons again, like that, I think it would be an all right movie. I think okay, that's pretty good. Because again, the set scenes and the fight scenes are pretty good. But man, this if you when you compare it to the main material that it comes from, it is not good, in my opinion. It's just bad. So I apologize. Like I said, it's just, oh man, wish people the best for that, but yeah, I just couldn't. Also, there were characters in there. I did not know the Emperor was Jet Li. I was like, oh, geez, Jet Li. Okay, let's go on to the other cultural impact of this nonsense. They shot y'all talking about racism and everything. When you see all Black Lives Matter, racism, whatever. Disney did thank the concentration camps. Uh, wait, the slave places that's in China. Hmm. In the credits. They again. So you want to talk about stuff and the main character? Yeah, I see now. And I feel people. I feel bad for the people, the real people in China, where they gotta go through. It's sad. It sucks. It really does. But again, going back to what I was saying, Jackie Chan. I like you a lot, Jackie. I love your movies. I got a lot of your movies. But you dance with the devil. That's just not good. Same thing with Donnie Yee. The same thing. I'm like, really, Donnie? Really? Iron Monkey 1, Iron Monkey 2, Ip Man. I love Ip Man. I have to get I got 1, 2, and 3. I gotta get 4. Excuse me. But again, the whole you gotta separate your the artist from the artist from the art. Oh man, Lucy Lou, please don't tell me you go for the evil CC. Please, Lucy Lou, please stand on your own, please. But that's what's going on now. A lot of people, you find out a lot of people sell their souls to get what they want. That's just sad in my opinion, but whatever, people do that. And like I said, I like the there's another movie called Alicization, which I like. It's basically what I like movies like these. I like movies, games, animes and stuff like that. But most like I give an example. There's a game called Super Robot Tyson Original Saga. The story, this it, it's an anime of it. Go check it out if you have to. But the story of it is so good. The reason is because it talks about human nature. I like what they did. They know an alien faction was gonna come to Earth and destroy the Earth. So what they did, two guys did the ultimate horrible atrocities. They started a war, a world war. Started a world war. So because human does in time of peace, we don't create, we don't do stuff, which is I understand that. That's why there's a thing called endless waltz, where all we do is let's see, resolution, peace, war, resolution, peace, war. We keep on doing the waltz, it's endless, as they stated. And in Super Bowl with Tyson, the reason I like it because, like I said, these guys create a war. When you do that, they created all these better weapons to fight. And then and they saw that the weapons were using good, and people got capability. And the two people who did started the war, they did kill themselves because with the war, a lot of people died. But they fought this, but they know doing that was the only way that the Earth would survive. And man, yeah, if it wasn't for that, they would have been dead. So I like that. Stuff like that show about human nature. Analyzation was another one too, where there was in a world where they you have rules, set rules, you can't do nothing. You're in a world, you set rules, you can't do certain things. You're set. This is literally why I said, because people this analyzation was like what people say, it's a utopia. This is where everybody owns everything. This is the socialistic what do you call it? Socialism and communism, what people wanted. Again, look at China. You will see ho, and I love Russia again. If you're a doctor, don't say nothing bad about the vid because you might get thrown out a window. But in like I was saying, yeah, in analyzation, you were tasked to do one thing and that's it. You can't do nothing else. You have to do that because again, how they set up the system, you can't murder, you can't kill, whatever. You can't murder, you can't kill, right? But you can't murder, you can't kill, but you still can do certain things because certain people have a nobility. Funny enough, the god in this world was a female who used again showed that she was vague and she beauty and everything like that. She was vague. She became powerful, and when she found out that she could, when she was young, before she became the god of this world, she found out ways to exploit the world a little bit because you could use powers in a way. And it showed a video where she killed a fox. Like, wow, by doing this simple stuff, I killed this fox. And next thing you know, that's why I said with the whole thing with cuties, like I stated before, cuties does not with cuties. Their stuff that's even worse than that. That's my whole point. Anyway, she killed a fox, and she just they show a scene where she's just walking, and you see all these foxes just dying because she's torturing them because she found out she has these powers. And then when she found out she was getting old and she's using her beauty, she was before that the evilness was showing, but not a lot. But she was like, okay, I could gain power, so I'll be a powerful person. But then when she started getting older and stuff, she of course go for I want immortality and I want my young beauty, and she gave up her kind of a soul to become a god. And in the movie, basically the soul was kicked out, but the soul doesn't have as much power as her, so the soul couldn't do certain stuff because the soul was trying to kill her because like she know that you're gonna do evil, but made no difference. Anyway, the point is she created a noble system. You still can't kill, you still can't whatever. It's against it's against that. If you do that, pieces of your body will decay because you're going against the how should I say it? The tenant of the world that she's in. Well, but if you're noble, you're not breaking the rules, but you can still do horrible stuff. Now, the reason I stated this because again, with human nature, in a move, there was these guys who had young girls who were the disciples. They didn't do nothing wrong. Try to treat them as respectful as they had, whatever. There were these were guys was commoners, and the disciples were nobles, but they were low-ranking nobles. But they had some high-ranking nobles who used to do horrible stuff to the girls. So of course, one day they didn't see the girls come to the where they're supposed to be because they never were late. Found out that these guys took the girls away. Now, here's what I'm saying: young girls, young teenage girls, like I would say these like 13, 14 at the most, 13, 14. They were going to get because one of the young commoners beat the noble. He said, "Well, I didn't do nothing wrong, but I'm gonna have fun." So they got in the bed. They had the girls tied up. They were gonna rape the girls again, young little girls. That's what I'm saying. They're using that, and he was trying to stop it, and he couldn't do it because his body was like paused in a situation. Now, of course, he wanted to do something, and he overrided. When he did that, yeah, he lost his eye because the eye got taken away because he did, and he cut one of the guy's arm, Noble's arm. It's like he wrapped up his arm. He's like, I can't believe this. Help me out, whatever. And then the other guy came because it was like two dudes, like I said. And they were like, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. You can't do nothing against me. But you know what? Just because you stand against me, my nobles, by standing against me, I can kill you, but you can't kill me. Now, the long story short, the other guy who was in there, he's not a part of that world. He was set there by accident. So he don't have those same rules onto him. So when a guy try to use moves or whatever, he swung swung a sword. The guy swung, but then looked down. He didn't see his hands. He cut his both hands off, and it was like bloods everywhere and everything. The point is, and the point of I saying all this stuff like this is because of human nature. Like I stated, even when you have a utopia where people should not kill, where people did, and again, they kill because those people were doing horrible things, but because they're nobles, they want to get away. Again, rules for thee, not for me kind of situation. There's a lot of cultural arts that's inside a lot of anime, movies, games, whatever. As a fellow gamer, I did a video about this on a gaming channel I have on YouTube, talking about can we just keep the games because now the culture is seeping into games. They have the whole thing with the culture stuff. They're forcing politics in the games, just like with the NFL and all the stuff. Take that crap out of it. I'm trying to escape from the world. I don't want that in my world. That's the whole point. So I don't want that. But they're pushing it in there, and they're like, oh, we need women to do this and men to do, but different colors, whatever, whatever. And I'm a person. If you watch me say this, and I've said this multiple times on that gaming channel, I've said it, and people and all the people who watch that channel, they could tell you I've said it multiple times. I don't want you to give me special treatment. And so we have to have a a trans person. Okay, I have no problem. You go get a trans person. I do not, but do not take an established character and turn them trans. Why are you doing that? Why are you pissing on somebody else to do that? Make your own character up. Make your own game. Make your own character. I also like when I see black people say, "Oh, there's no black game with a black protagonist." There are, but not a lot. Protagonist. Well, I just watched a video, a game that I just see is coming out. You know what? It's Indian people, Indian from India. Talking about their god, Hindu and everything, and they're making a game about their culture. Didn't ask the white man to say that. No, they made their game just like the Poland's did with Witcher. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Stop looking for handouts. Stop looking for the hookup, man. I don't get me wrong. I like a hookup like Mr. Man, but if you're gonna establish something that you want to do it on your own. I have way more respect. That's one of the reasons I can't really respect Kamala Harris. One, because of her actions helped kill somebody that I know, which is sickening. But also, you slept with a man to become the powerful person you became. A married man. I don't have respect for that. I don't have respect for people. If a man did that, I have respect for a woman did that. I just don't. That's just wrong. Don't look for no handouts. Do the dang job. I am not the best at making music. I am not the best rapper. I'm not the best podcaster. I've just started up. I did have a radio show that got over 900 views back with Radio T3. But talking topics like you see right here, I'm talking everything. I can't, that was not commercial friendly, so I had to go and do independent route. If this fails, it fails. But at least I'm doing it on my own. Yes, I have made mistakes. I am a one-man show. I have a lot of you've seen me make clips mistakes, and I'm not on time because it's sometimes I'm trying to get all the clips the way it is. I gotta bleep out some stuff because I wanted that people could show this to the kid or let it listen to the kids because I don't want to curse it all the time. As you can see right now, this whole show we didn't curse. So yeah, I'm trying to critique and pass on my wisdom and knowledge since I don't have no kids to as much people as I can and teach them, hey, logic is something we need to look at. Responsibility and anything to look at. Standing on your own is something we need to do that. That's why I have three videos about what we failed children. I put myself in that thing. We failed children. We failed our kids now because now they're not knowing economics. They're not knowing about themselves. They're looking for attention. They're seeking attention. They're seeking doing crazy stuff for a lot of things right now. That's why I have 3 videos about that. That's what we need to be talking about. That's the setup. So again, if somebody tell you, oh, there's not enough of this, go do it. Not a lot of people talking about issues. Go do it. A lot of people, like I said, you got people. I'll give examples. You got Crowder. You got things who are very popular, have millions of subscribers, millions of views on YouTuber. But when I listen to them talk about the cuties, it's like you didn't really watch the whole movie, so your point's kind of mute. I agree with a lot of stuff Crowder says in other videos because he looks at stuff, but that makes me put a hole in a lot of stuff you have. That's when I see people like, oh yeah, I stuff they used to say horrible stuff about Michael Jackson. I'm like, no, I don't agree with that because I look into a lot of stuff. You find out now they wanted to just they did not, like I said, any black male figures that are powerful and don't tote the line, they take them down. Again, I don't stand by. I know. I mean, what her name is again? I forgot his Camilla know that her husband cheat, and I don't defend that what Bill Cosby did, but I'm telling you, nobody talked about it until he tried to make his own network and try to buy NBC and everything else, and then people's like, oh, you ain't doing that, and it was quick for black people to take it out because you got your pants saggy. All he did was took your pants, put your pants up, whatever. Was he a hypocrite on the whole marriage thing? You could hit him with that, but yeah, I remember he didn't went to jail because of he didn't they tried it once. It should have been acquittal because they had the witness when it said he did something, he was not even the same state as Michael Jackson with that nonsense. Same state, you're like, oh, okay, that's gone. Then he's in jail because of he say she say. They didn't prove no evidence. Go watch it on court TV. They didn't prove no evidence. And it was even weird when I'm like, oh wait, this man did this horrible thing to you, and but you went back next year and gave him a gift for Christmas. I'm sorry, you do something horrible to me. The next gift you get is a weapon. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to be nice. Get a weapon. That's crazy. It was a he say she said thing. They believe her. He went to jail. That's why on the side chat, if you go check the last side chat, there was a video we talked about a woman because she hated her boyfriend or whatever, and she wanted him to go to jail. She pretended she said, "Oh, I'm gonna again watch the side chat." I read the whole story. I'm not doing it here, but go there and you see and go to YouTube and check this side chat. I think it's 7 or 8, one of those. I think it's 8. The latest side chat, and well, side chat 8. Side chat 8. She took glue and glued her vagina. She like I've seen videos of women hitting themselves in elevators to say that man did horrible things so they could get money. Heck, I saw oh man, there was a story of a woman who was a liar who did not only destroy her boyfriend's life, but she destroyed the boyfriend's parents' life. Just, oh my God. I don't believe all women. I don't believe all men. I need proof. I need evidence to figure out what the heck's going on. But I gotta tell you right now, you gotta be careful of a lot of. That's what I said of what's going on when it's because I see again Oprah Winfrey worth billions of dollars talking about. But if you're a white person who's poor has more advantage than a black person who has money, that don't make no daggone sense. That's stupid. But and again, Oprah, I'm sorry. I respect you that you went through your trauma when you were young. I respect you that you got billions of dollars. You hustle. Amen to that. Awesome that you did that. But then when you start doing these documentaries, oh, we're gonna go against Bill. Oh, okay, we're gonna go about Michael Jackson. I thought he was your friend. And you made that Michael Jackson documentary that came out just a while ago. Fake as hell. Then you wanted to go against Russell, who did the Russell Simmons, and all. It's like, wow, okay. What about your friend that you chill with, Harvey Weinstein? Oh no. Oh wait, you didn't do that. Oh wait, he's convicted. He's in jail again on the same messed up charges again. He said she said stuff, but we had evidence though. Again, Rose McGannon and everything. He's been in jail. Where's the documentary of Harvey Weinstein? Oprah, that you were buddying up and everything, and you sent actors to him. Where's the video? That's the stuff that kills me. So yes, I always will respect anybody who do their hustle and do their thing. I might crack jokes on Cardi B, but you know what? You know she did her horrible stuff to get her record time by sticking up men and doing all that nonsense. And again, I don't think she. Listen, I am no better rapper than anybody out there. I'm a pebble compared to a lot of people, but I am happy that I made music and I could do it. But still, I was like I said, I respect her. She had the right. She has the right to talk. She said what she stuff. I got a right also to say what you're saying is bullcrap. Just like anybody could say, I have the right to talk to that I say is bullcrap. But if you could, like I said, I back up my stuff. So I hope that you will back up your stuff and come with a reason. But that's why again we have Project Open Mic. Take our differences, see what we got, put it together. Bam, let's talk about it. I have no problem to open it. So that's why I did this thing with the cuties, mostly because a lot of people who are religious and whatever, they're you can't be that pretentical, puritan, and then still do horrible stuff later. No, you can't. You can't do that. That's not a good thing. Okay? It's a bad thing. Again, cute if you want to go watch cuties, go ahead. It's I like I said, I didn't pay for it. I watched it. The story is as I explained everything at the beginning of the video for those who are joining in now because I say I got 1,800 on Tempo FM listening right now, about 4 on YouTube, and 23 on Facebook. Look, seriously, go to the beginning of the video and watch what I said. But Cuties is not as bad as people say it is. What Netflix did was messed up. That I will agree on. Over sexualizing, taking a movie talking about sexualizing a girl and super sexualizing with Netflix with what the promotion was, downright bad. But the movie's talking about the reality of the world right now. We need to get a handle with our young girls and show them that you do not have to use your body. One, you don't have to use your body to get through the world. You don't have to, because if that's the only thing you have, that's gonna diminish quickly as hell. One and two, we gotta talk to our young girls because they're seeking attention. And what it found out, like the main character of Cuties found out, she thought, oh, I'm not, I'm sad, I'm bad, I don't like this whatever. Come to find out the people that she was looking up to and call her so-called friends and everything. She's like, wow, they are just as sad. They did this more longer than me, and they're just as sad or even worse than me. So why would I try to imitate them where, excuse me, when they're just as bad? So that's why I did this show tonight. Okay, hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Again, anybody who's joining, check. You want to talk? My I did do the I did talk about the cuties at the beginning. If you're watching now, okay, and you could go back and check that out. But really, on the true end of things, though, yes, we need to have these conversations with our young kids, children, and men. And I am gonna do something called Men's Corner, where I try to help these young boys because I'm telling you, man, young boys, please do not penis think. I'll be nice tonight and say that. Don't penis think. Get yourself in many troubles. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to pass on my wisdom to you. There's a reason why um I would call myself successful. No crazy debt in a house close to five, close to a house in a house that's close to five, half a million. Um, drive a regular car, but hey, don't gotta do crazy stuff. It's paid off. Um, just have a company, TT Records, that has produced songs and hits that's heard all over the world. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like I said, I prove a lot of people wrong by what I'm doing. I might not be on the super thing. Like I said, performing for the millions of people. Go check out Tomorrow Roll in 2017. You'll see there's millions of people out there. Holy crap! But I've done all that stuff because I don't get it twisted, young guys. Yes, I came close to doing a lot of that thinking, that penis thinking, all that. And women try their best to trap me, which I didn't like that at all. But I learned quickly. Wrap it up. Do not trust nothing. And hey, if I was a female, I'd be taking some kind of birth control. Oh, well, the hormones, whatever. Okay, having a child is a life changing thing. Okay, I gotta have that, and he wears a condom. Both of y'all need to protect your dang on self. There's a lot of people again. Let me give you a statistical fact. A lot of kids who are born in this world, no matter the culture, country, whatever, are born from lust than from love. Okay? Literally, that's what Cardi love. Cardi B's like, I remember the Breakfast Club, I asked Cardi B, like, did you plan this? Well, hell no. It was the plan. Whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. It was a plan. And now, you can't be stuff. No. 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 I might have a family, I might have kids, but I got damn sure I didn't get bogged down by any women who try to play some games with me and stuff like that. And I'll get into that in other episodes. But I try to be this, like I said, this shows more about cultural stuff more than politics. Again, I want to do the cultural stuff. Next week we'll see what we come up with. Thursday, to see what we come up about. Tomorrow on the side chat, we're gonna talk about more of that stuff. Because we're gonna talk about that Cardi B and Dr. Dre and all that stuff. Because holy crap, that's some craziness in that situation as well too. I'm telling you. But as you're hearing with the music right now, this is Game Over. So I thank you guys for joining me once again Thursday. For those people who are getting hurricanes right now, it's peak season. I hope you are prepared for the hurricanes. That's the whole point. It's called hurricane season. It comes the season. Prepare yourself. But my heart's going out for those who have been hurt or lost someone, anybody in hurricanes that been. Louisiana has been got hit 3 times this year, which is 3 or 4 times this year, which is messed up. And some of the flood is coming to North Carolina, so be prepared. Hope the best for everybody. Hell, even this today, I had to do something to get everything straight for me. So, in my house, protect it as best as I can. It won't be no super dangerous, but it's better to be prepared. But other than that, I want to thank you guys again for watching me on Project Open Mic. Every Thursday from 8:30, we do about from an hour and a half, maybe a 2-hour show. So thank y'all for joining us. Check out tomorrow the side chat where we're going to talk about the stuff. Also starts at 8:30. So we have 2 shows that broadcast live, and love the input of everything. So if you want to keep up with us, you already know, a live direct to us, Project Open Mic T3@gmail.com. If you have an Instagram, if you have a Twitter, Project Open Mic, you'll find out. If you want to catch later shows for all the people who are new joining in, if you want to catch our past shows where we talk about cultural stuff and I prove my evidence about what I'm talking about, go to Project Open Mic on YouTube and catch later, earlier broadcasts. We talk about Black Lives Matter, government, and more into, like I said, stuff, evil, everything, racism. Talk about the whole 9 yards. But this, I am a cultural critique, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I did talking about these movies and what they have done to show the culture and stuff like that. With that said, again, thank you for joining us. And check us out tomorrow around 8:30, 9 o'clock for a side chat. We talk about Cardi B and things. And of course, Tempo. You guys, I know you're gonna have fun saying stuff in the chats. I always read them out. I read the live chats from Tempo, and then I would do it. So again, it's Thursday. Hope you have a safe Friday, and the weekend's coming up. Have a safe weekend. Be safe with your family. Hope you guys could join us tomorrow. If not, have a safe weekend. Peace out. Remember, be back here, same bad place, same bad channel. Thursday 8:30 to 9 o'clock start for Project Open Mic. We do episode 15. So, remember, evil comes in all shapes, colors, sizes, creed, sexuality. No matter what, evil's evil. And one of my things always, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual. This is your boy Tig from Project Open Mic. Be safe. Peace out. I want you guys to have a good night.